Good morning, world, and welcome to DailyGray. When I change my intro, it really throws me off. So, it's going to be another long one. I don't know if I apologise or you're welcome. I don't know if people prefer vlogs literally on the daily or whether they prefer these longer, feature vlogs. But I'm going to festival number 6 in Wales. I'm sure I said in the vlog yesterday it was in Leeds, and I have no fucking idea why. I knew damn well it was in Wales. So I'm going down to Portmeirion in Wales. Dogs are loaded, van's loaded. I need to get some bits and bats from the shop before we go. Just niggly shit that dog handlers want more of, like coffee granules for coffee. Yeah, I'm going to film this as a wanna because it's a festival. Obviously, I work jobs a fair amount. I'm not going to film all of them as a wanna because it's ridiculous. But this one's a festival. It's the start to finish of the festival. So we'll grab what we can and film. That's really annoying me. There's a Rubik's Cube in here. And something else. A watch strap. Go away. Go away. And you, go away. I will start talking to the vlog again in a minute. You know, and there's just something rattling around your fucking car. It just infuriates me. And I know that a lot of things infuriate me. I am an easily infuriated person. But that one particularly was bad. So, onwards. Shop. Very long fucking drive. Portmeirion. 4 days of festival number 6. Very fucking long drive home. That's the plan. The plan is to not run into any massive headaches. So I would like this to be an easy-going weekend. I can't imagine it's going to be crazy. I've looked at the lineup and stuff. It's like a culture and music festival. But I don't know if that's bullshit advertising for Ketfest. Cultural. Find your inner self. AKA do loads of fucking drugs and sleep with everybody that's there. I don't know if that's like a hidden meaning for that, because a lot of them are. You know, you look on the website and they're all cultural and beautiful and wow, this road, fuck, happy, and it's just not the case when you get there. It's just a fucking drug fest and loads of slags sleeping with each other. But we'll see. I'm sure they'll have a great time regardless. I think it's going to be a quiet one. There's my prediction. We'll see what actually happens when we get there. I tell you what, there's some hella views around here. You obviously can't see them because I am driving. But fuck. We're somewhere near Mount Snowdon, so there's a lot of mountains and Alaskanish, big banked evergreen forestry. It's fucking crazy. There's a massive mountain in front of me. I mean, there's zero phone signal. And I can only assume that it's not going to get any better as we drive off to the fucking abyss. But shit, this place is crazy. I wish I could show you it. The people who live down here, who are watching this, you probably appreciate this. I don't know where I am exactly in the world, but I'm down Snowdonia way. Mount Snowdon is round here somewhere, according to the map. But shit, this is madness. I haven't seen views like this for a long time. And this is another one of them perks about being a dog handler. You get to go to some weird and wonderful places. You also get to go to some bullshit places. Like a fucking car dealership in Middlesbrough or Birmingham or somewhere really boring. There's a fucking house in the middle of nowhere. That's officially the best house I've ever seen. I haven't passed a human being in about 40 minutes. I've just been driving on this almost single track road for a considerable amount of time. Yeah, you get to go to some really, really cool places. Like I say, you get to go to some bullshit places as well. And I'm now thankful enough to be in a position where I can pick and choose my jobs. I don't rely on this for income anymore, which is great. That would be my biggest thing. If you can be a dog handler and not rely on it for income, you're a football pitch. you're winning at that point. You are completely winning, because you can pick your jobs, you can turn jobs down, it's not a big deal, you don't need the money. Don't get me wrong, the added money helps for sure. I'm not a wealthy guy by any stretch of the imagination. But yeah, when I was relying on this full time as a living, and I chose to do that for a year, mainly to make contacts and, you know, get into the right pockets, meet the right people, to expand further later on. That said, it was difficult when you've got to take every single job, because, you know, sometimes they're just bullshit. Sometimes it's a car park, sometimes it's a car dealership, sometimes it's a building site. I haven't been on a job like that for a long time. Oh, I'm lying. The other week I was on one because it was a favour for a friend. But other than that, it ain't happening. It is not happening anymore. I want to go to places like this. Like, I don't know where I am. It's just like these little picturesque fucking cottages at the side of the road. Well, I say at the side of the road, a long way back. It's even got smoke coming from the chimney. It's like a proper postcard picture. And now evidently I'm in some kind of village. So, I'm only 17 miles away from my destination, so I'm going to sign off and I'll catch up with you later on. Look at that! I know you can't see much because of the contrast, but fuck. This place is so cool. We're just literally driving through the mountains. I have no idea where we are though. No idea at all. But what I do know is that I'm going to try and keep this camera running until we bob over the brow of this hill, in the hope that there's some breathtaking view on the other side. Except there's more mountains. I can already see them. There is no brow of the hill, just more fucking endless mountains. Shit. I'm liking it down here. I'm telling you right now, this is very unlikely to be an exciting vlog. We're positioned in a really weird place. Up in the arse and nowhere, basically. But we'll see what we get. If we get some light, obviously I'll get some training done and some videos of that. But I can't see much happening out here. I don't know how well you can see. All them lights over there are the festival. But we're fucking miles away from them. Basically, the whole idea of dog handlers at festivals, stop fence jumpers and to be around for any mass disorder that kicks off. However, this is a festival in the middle of Wales. It's unlikely to be mass disorder kicking off. But you never know. One can never let one's guard down in these situations. Where's my coffee? I'm sure I had another coffee. Anyway, I'm gonna get the dogs out and do a bit of grip work. We'll see how the night goes. Holy fuck, I'm dying. Detainment of 3 or 4 guys, can't remember. Khaleesi's detainment, so she got that win. People trying to jump the fence and dealing NOS. For those of you that don't know, NOS is nitrous oxide, and people at festivals do it for a fucking laugh. So they came in with a bag full of jingling NOS. But, pros and cons, there's around 20 more of them. So now we wait. Basically the static, so keep patrolling and we wait for the call. Dogs out, dogs out, dogs out. And then off we fucking go. I'm blowing. I'm running across fields. I'm getting too old for this shit. Night 2 begins. Pardon me. It's 6:05. We start at 8. I've been to get some grub. Let's have this radio ready. See what's going on. Before I start shift, I try and, if I'm up and about, you know, and if I'm not really tired and still asleep, if I'm up, I'll turn the radio on, you know, while I'm going about my business, just to try and get an idea of what's going on during the day, so we can run a successful night shift. There's been no dogs on in the days, which means they probably took a fucking hammering from fence jumpers and things. So we'll get the sit rep and we'll get on with the night shift. I would imagine tonight will be busier than last night. Traditionally at festivals, the first night is the quietest night, the last night is the next quietest night, the Saturday, if there is one, is it this way? I think it's this way. The Saturday, if there is one, is the busiest, and then the Friday, the next busiest after that. So in order from quietest to busiest, it will be Thursday being the quietest, Sunday being the next quietest, Friday being the next busiest on, and then Saturday being the busiest night. And it's just because people want to get in. You know, last night there was not a great deal going on at the festival. It was mainly just so people could get down here, get set up and get ready for today. Obviously tonight the headliners start and things like that, so more people want to get in. Here we go, kids milling around in tracksuit bottoms and hoods up, and it's usually a good sign that people want to be in. It was about 20 Scouts guys total last night trying to get in. We kept eyes on about 8 of them. We got rid of 4 of them. But ultimately there's not, other than get them off the actual site, there's not a great deal you can do, because milling around on a public footpath with your hood up isn't a crime. There's nothing illegal about it at all. You can't ring the police and be like, hi mate, I've got some guys stood on the public footpath. I've got some members of the public stood on the public footpath. They're just like, alright, cool. Well, I think they're going to break into the site. Well, until they do, there's nothing we can do. So we just have to wait. We just keep eyes on. There's recce teams that go out and, you know, keep an eye on them, see what's happening. But it's a very cool place here. There's a big mountain range over there. There's a big dam here where the sea floods the fucking town. So they put this reservoir dam thing in. It's cool. It was an interesting job last night. You can't take one night as a guess on how the festival's going to be. But if tonight is busier than last night, then we can pretty much have a good idea it's going to be a fairly busy festival for jumpers. Zero trouble inside last night, no mass disorder, no nothing like that. So I'll go and get a new radio, make sure we've got battery, grab a coffee, catch up with the guys at the hub, and that'll be about it. I enjoy working festivals. I'm going to work all of festival season next year because I really enjoy them. I like the, not the social aspect in the terms of sitting and talking to people, the social aspect in the fact that there's a big team of people working together. And it is a fucking big team as well. I think at Kendal they had 180 staff, something like that. I mean, there's only 3 dog handlers here. There's 1 or 2 drug dogs on during the day, and then 3 GP handlers on at night. I am also guessing where it is I need to go. I'm sure it's around here somewhere, but we shall see. So I'll catch up with you later on if I've got any more updates. If not, I'll be back on in a few hours. So we are now on shift. It's 9:10 in the evening. I have a Rottweiler here. Rottweiler. Plucky. One Rottweiler. All quiet. Very, very quiet tonight. I mean, it's 6 and 2 3s. It's good for the festival. It's quiet. It's more fun being a dog handler when there's stuff to do. They're long nights. So I'll just have my dogs in the cab tonight and we'll see if anything happens. Listening to my radio, waiting for, we need dogs at this place, or there's fence jumpers here, or there's disorder here, or something. What are you doing? Ah, don't lick me. Don't lick me. Lucky. Hi, bud. Yeah, so we shall await further instruction. Oh, don't lick my neck. Grim. Grim. Oh, I've just seen a torch. I'm gonna go and investigate. So it was just some walkers. As you can see when I turn this light off, it is very dark where I am right now. Yeah, it was just some walkers. No biggie. So yeah, we'll wait for further instruction, listen to the radio, and wait. This is part of dog handling. 99% boredom, 1% excitement. We just have to wait for the call. Right, so another thing to talk about dog handling is the fact that if you don't like the rain, don't get into this job. Look how fucking wet I am. I am soaked. My jackets are all soaked. My vest's soaked. My hoodie's soaked. it's just part and parcel of the game. If you're going to get into this game, you need to not care about the elements. Especially if you're working it full time. If you're working it all the time, you are definitely going to get fucking soaked a lot, especially during winter. And the rain's not so bad, you know. Once you're out in it, you're out in it. You get wet. You can only get so wet. As soon as you're at that amount of wetness, nothing makes any difference. I would kind of advise you to just get there as quick as you can. You like get out, get in the fucking rain, get all your clothes wet, and then you're wet. The night doesn't get any worse then. It's now 4:25 in the morning. We finish at 8. So next up in the vlog, I'm gonna catch a few hours sleep at 8, probably like 3, and then I'm setting off to Llandegla to see Richard Barnes. We're gonna train today because, you know, 12-hour shifts on the bounce are not enough hours. I need to drive 2 hours as well and train my dogs because I'm a fucking idiot. So Llandegla, train the dogs, bite work. I'll try and get some footage, but I don't know who's going to be there. Hopefully John's around so he can be the cameraman. So training was cancelled last minute, which is a shame. But it meant I got a chance to get some sleep. It's now 6 o'clock, so gonna run the dogs. It's nice around here, look. Peaceful. Run the dogs, go to the shop, get some grub, and then start working at 8. Maybe it'll be quiet, maybe it'll be busy, we shall see. New hanging light. I just figured it helped at least light the van up a little bit more. It's very dark in here. That light you can see now is my laptop screen. That's the current light, and the glow that you can see now is my headlights. That's the current lighting situation. This is the current lighting situation. Oh wow, shush. So I think this definitely better, and this definitely makes it better again. So it is currently 4 AM. 4 AM, just for some proof. You cannot see any of that. 4 AM. It's surprisingly not been a very long night tonight for me. We had bits and bats of trouble earlier. There were some fence jumpers. There was a guy who glassed his girlfriend. There was some guy wanking in the bushes. I didn't see that or deal with that, thankfully. But somebody did. Yeah, basically the further through your week you get, the easier dog handling becomes, because you get onto this schedule. You know, it becomes normal to be up from 3 PM to 8, 9 AM instead of, you know, from 8 AM till midnight or whatever time you're up. It just gets easier and easier the longer that you're on rotation. So, another tip, if you are a dog handler, no, not if you are a dog handler, you'll already know. If you want to be a dog handler, understand that if you want to work short stints like I often work, you know, 3 days here, 4 days here, 5 days here, it's much harder than if you work 2 weeks. Because you can end up with the same time off. Like I went through a long phase a couple of years ago of working 3 weeks on, 1 week off. So that's the same as working 6 days on, 2 days off. It's exactly the same amount of time off per month. It's exactly the same money per month. But with the 3 weeks on, by the time you're sort of 3-4 days in, you're fully in the swing of things then. And if you're on a single site as well and not travelling around, then you know where everything is. You know, even now here, what have we been here? Is this the third night? It's the third night. So I know where the Tesco is. I know where there's fuel station. I know where there's food to get. I know my way around the site, around the festival. And obviously if you're on a normal site, it's not going to be as big as this. This is fucking huge. I'm also caked in mud. Look how muddy it is. Look at that. Grimness, which means boot polish. Whoa, phone holder. Don't do this to me. This phone holder is dicky as hell. It just fucking throws itself off without any warning. So, I'm going to go get the dogs out again. I'm going to train a bit more. It's hard to film anything when it's this dark outside because it's fucking pitch black. You saw the little time lapse I did of flak earlier. That's as good as it's going to get. A tent has been stolen on the campsite. Right guys, I'm going to dash, see what's going on, and I'll maybe catch up with you late at the end of shift, maybe catch up with you for tomorrow's shift. We shall see. This is going to be a long vlog already, I can feel it. We are almost done. It is 4:47 AM. Literally nothing has happened tonight. Nothing. Not even anything that we haven't had to deal with, but someone else has. The odd fight earlier on, but nothing worth talking about. It's been quiet. It's been a quiet festival. It's been easy going. Is what it is, isn't it? I've said it before. Thought that had something in it then. But of course it fucking doesn't have anything in it because it's cold coffee, and I drink cold coffee the second it fucking lands in the van. So, I'll catch up with you again later on when it's light. We'll have a closing chat. But yeah, super quiet weekend. We had a couple of things to deal with. To be honest, the busiest night was the first night, which is weird. Saturday night's always the busiest. Like I say, Sunday's always the quietest. Oh, I got this little gadget for any dog people. For any dog people that don't want to or haven't put a leisure battery in their van, this plugs straight into your cigarette lighter. Just like that. And gives you a proper plug. Gives you a 2.4 amp USB. Well, two 2.4 amp USBs and a proper plug. It's been great. So I've been able to charge my laptop, send emails and stuff. So I'm going to get the dogs out. I'm going to do a bit of training. I'm going to go for another patrol. And I'll catch you when it's daylight because it's fucking dark and grim and not nice. Right, so we are now at the services. The festival's done. Work is finished. I'm on my way home, which is just where I want to be right now. I've missed Misha a lot. I've missed Lily a lot. And I want to go home. I am still fucking miles away from home. But it's just part and parcel of the game, isn't it? I'm sure I've said this in a video before. If you don't like driving or travelling or being away, don't be a dog handler because you're going to fucking hate it. So I'm going to go and get a Costa panini, Costa drink. I have this. I have this. I've had this. Keep chugging on. We are home. So, good festival. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Now for some very, very much needed family time. Edit this video and get it live for you guys. So, question of the day. Seeing as we've had music all weekend at a music festival, who is your favourite music artist?